Yes, it's that time. UFO Love is back, coast to coast and around the globe. For another lullaby session. So let's get right into it. Sing with me. Yeshua Magdalene, Yeshua Magdalene, Sarah, 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 Sarah. Yeshua Magdalene, Yeshua Magdalene, Yeshua Magdalene, Yeshua Magdalene. Sarah, 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 sing with me. Sarah, Sarah, Sarah. Together, Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Yeshua Magdalene, Yeshua Magdalene, Yeshua Magdalene, Yeshua Magdalene. Sarah, 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 Sarah. And for all parents with children named Sarah, or otherwise, Sarah, 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 sing with me. Sarah, Sarah, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Thank you. Welcome to the late night lullaby session here on Spreaker, coast to coast and around the globe with UFO Love. Blessings to you all. Hope you can keep up. I'm going to be doing probably 2 podcasts per day for the next little while. All the podcasts are archived. So if you miss 1 or 2, catch up. Play it while you sleep. Play it while you work, while you do the dishes. Check it out. Sing along. I'm always sharing music, so you can sing along or just listen and enjoy the vibe. And I try to bring some humor, as everybody. Sarah, what a beautiful name. The daughter of Yeshua and Magdalene. I wanted to say something about this theme again, and I forgot. What was it? Yes, this is it. I'm going to be offering some soul retrieval sessions live, and especially I want to, of course, find a way to bring people, and I'm looking at ways, if nothing else, I can put my phone against the speaker, because I've got the iPad and the iPhone. And Macintosh, if you're listening, I want a cut of the pie, okay? Yeah, it's cool. Mac is making enough. Let's share the wealth, okay? Here it is. One thing I do with soul retrieval work, psychodrama, is like this. A lot of us have some healing to do around our relationships, especially the romantic, committed, codependent relationship. You know what I'm talking about, right? And especially when it includes a child or children. So this is what I do. Close your eyes right now, okay? We might do a little mantra first, okay? This is for all the parents and grandparents listening right now. Chant with me. Place your hands together to your heart. Inhale deeply. Om Namo Gurudev Namo Om Namo Gurudev Namo Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Mangala mantra. Inhale deeply. Nadgure name, Jugadgure name, Satgure name, Siri Gurudeve name. Adgure name, Jugadgure name, Satgure name, Siri Gurudeve name. Adgure name, Jugadgure name, Satgure name, Siri Gurudeve name. Take a deep inhale. Hold the breath. Apply mulband, root lock it in. Raise your chi, raise your kundalini. Ecstasy, here and now. Vaheguru, blessed be. Exhale slowly. Release and relax. Woo! Yeah! Now that we've raised our chi, prana level a little bit, I'll come back to the ceremony. For anyone who has a child, or who is a child, we're all children, so it includes all of us. Here's the soul retrieval journey. Right? Especially for those who are not with or in harmony with, and or in harmony with your lover, the one that you created a child or children with. Here we go. I want you to go back to that place in time when you were together, the time of the conception of your child. Let's say your first child. Perhaps you had more than one. So let's go back to the first one. The conception, that moment. You can see it, you know it, right? It's there, it's so clear. Clear as day. It may have been night, of course, when it happened. And rekindle that love. Feel that joy, that feeling of bliss. Whether you knew at the time or not, it's irrelevant that you were about to conceive a child. It's not the point here. The point is to feel the love, the beauty, the sacredness of this moment when your child was conceived. Use all your senses. Raise your chi and feel it all. All the senses. There are 6, yes. Sight, smell, touch, feeling, sound. The so-called 5 senses. There's a 6th. It may not be what you think. Because if you're thinking, you've got it wrong. And the 6th sense is not intuition, alright? Intuition is beyond the 5 senses. It includes all the 5 senses. We tune into our intuition through the 5 senses. And the 6th, I'm going to share with you right now, okay? Are you ready for this? Yes. UFO love is on the scene. Revealing the mysteries, okay? I come from Sirius. I've got some shit to share, okay? The 6th sense is our thoughts. Wow, Vaheguru. What a relief when I came to realize this. You know what I'm saying? That our thoughts are not the enemy, not to be destroyed or avoided, suppressed. Thoughts are just another sensation, like smell, touch, taste, sound. Thus, like the other senses, thoughts inform us, can inform us, if we are aware, if we're in that neutral mind awareness. You see? So let's come back to this point of conception of your first child, if you are a parent. Most of us are, whether it's now or in a past life. I can remember mine very clearly. Feel the bliss, the ecstasy. Right? I don't think there are many exceptions to this rule. A child, okay, maybe there are. A child, a divine child, must come from a shared ecstasy, whether it is a shared awareness that you're going to conceive a child. It's beside the point. It's this shared grokking. These are words of Michael Smith. Stranger in a Strange Land, grokking, that ecstasy of union, mother and father, the holy union, introduces the Trinity, the Holy Trinity, Mother, Father, Child. I knew it, and I was afraid of it. I saw it and felt it, and I didn't want to acknowledge it because this is the scariest thing for a puer. Yeah. Fatherhood. It's nothing more frightening for a puer. And we'll talk about puers and puellas later in future podcasts. So tune in, send in your comments and queries. I will respond as quickly as possible. I have a lot of time right now. And not so many listeners. That's okay. I'm more interested in quality than quantity. Okay. So, speaking of quality, come to that moment. I want you to feel the love that you felt in that moment, not to go back in the past. This is one of the keys of soul retrieval, psychodrama. Bring the past here and now. It's happening right now, present tense. You're with your lover, making love. Before, during, after, the cuddling, cuddling. Feel the joy and the bliss. And this can help you dissolve all that animosity, all the disharmony that may have occurred later on in the relationship. There may be other soul retrieval techniques that are necessary, so let me know if you want to do that, if we can do it here online or private. Okay. Because it's really intense work. And for me, essential. Okay. I'm going to check and see what feedback. I have a lamb here. It has that blush look. It's one of my favorite emoticons. Thank you, Kali, for that one. There's a green heart for you. And Ione, what does Ione have to say? They've caught 61 pythons so far in this year's Florida Python Challenge. Those Floridians, they're a little bit... you're not talking about Monty Python, are you? I don't think so, but... Cheers, anyway. Okay, cheers. So lullabies, well, I already shared one, and I promised my friends on Facebook that I would touch on the theme of parasites and healthy bacteria. Yes, this is a subject that many of us, yours truly included, don't really like to look at too closely, right? Because, let's face it, they're kind of creepy looking, don't you think? So maybe I'll start off with this quote. If you go to my Facebook page, if you are on Facebook, if you're a friend of mine, go to my Facebook page now. You'll see at the top one of those classic pictures of worms, parasites, magnified to the nth degree, and they look kind of cute because it's purple and pink. So one of my comments there was like, well, maybe they're not all that bad. Kind of like the aliens, speaking about aliens and extraterrestrials last night. They're just doing what they do, right? These parasites, these amoeba and ringworms and so on. They're they've got a right to live like the rest of us. Don't you agree? So I think one of the first things we need to do is to acknowledge their presence in our intestine, our large intestine, small intestine, GI tract, and not be afraid. Right? Again, to drop the fear and say, okay, hey, whoever's in there right now, right? Welcome to to my temple, my body temple, and get the fuck out right now. No, you know what I'm saying. So anyway, I'll read this quote that I posted on my Facebook page with the Parasite post. Before you judge others or claim any absolute truth, consider that you can see less than 1% of the electromagnetic spectrum, unless you're UFO. As you read this, you are traveling at 220 kilometers per second across the galaxy. Give it up. Yep. 220 kilometers per second. Yeah. Not only that, we forgot to mention this part, that this planet that we're on, if it is a sphere, there are some detractors to this. Some people say the world's actually flat. But let's assume that it is a sphere. This planet is also spinning at a fairly rapid velocity. So we're spinning and traveling at 220 kilometers per second across the galaxy through the Milky Way. 90% of the cells in your body carry their own microbial DNA and are not you. Give it up for that fact, okay? You know what this means, right? One of the ways to interpret this, I'll repeat, 90% of the cells in your body carry their own microbial DNA and are not you, which means that at least 90% of our thoughts are not us. I say at least, okay? Because really, none of the thoughts are who we truly are. Give it up, all right? Yes, I'm talking about no mind. No mind. Okay, cheers. And the quote goes on, the atoms in your body are 99.99999999999, and a few more nines, percent empty space. Have you seen these diagrams of the atom? It's true. The atoms in your body are virtually 100% empty space. And none of them are the ones you were born with. I mentioned this earlier today in the earlier podcast. Within 7 years, all cells in the body regenerate. And some more quickly more quickly than 7 years. Human beings, the quote goes on, have 46 chromosomes. Get this, which is 2 less than the common potato. So if somebody calls you potato head, don't take it the wrong way, right? The existence of the rainbow depends, and I love this. If you love rainbows as much as I do, you love this. I have some photographs of rainbows actually on the New Dawn Retreat page on Facebook. Check it out. Like it if you like it, because there's some really good photos, including some really nice rainbow photos. The existence of the rainbow depends on the conical photoreceptors in your eyes. To animals without these cones, the rainbow does not exist. Okay? So you don't just look at a rainbow, you create it. This is quantum physics, right? This is pretty amazing, especially considering that all the beautiful colors you see represent less than 1% of the electromagnetic spectrum. Whoa. Is that... Yeah. This is one of the things, give it up, because when we really consider this, that we may only be seeing 1% of the electromagnetic spectrum. Whoa. Are we in for some heavy-duty color, technicolor, color-orama, bliss coming our way? Give it up again. Like, come on. I spoke about this earlier today when asked everyone to relax your eyelids down. Seeing the colors for me is all about that, to see beyond that 1% spectrum that most humanoids see. One has to relax their eyes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. To stop looking and to start seeing. The difference is phenomenal between looking and seeing. If we're always looking, the eyes inevitably get tired, and sometimes immediately. They're always tired for a lot of us, so-called adults. When we can relax our vision and move from looking to seeing, then, and only then, are we able to see beyond that 1%, the electromagnetic spectrum. And what beauty, what colors await, what visual splendor. It's ironic, isn't it? Stop looking and then you'll see. I spoke about Oedipus the other night. He literally had to pluck his eyeballs out of his skull. Please don't do that at home, okay? Don't try this at home, please. Did you sign the waiver? Did everyone sign the waiver before coming on this podcast? Anyway, before we get back into this lovely topic of bacteria in the gut, the intelligence of the intestine, the GI tract. Let's go to some music. I'll play this again for those who didn't hear it earlier today. From my first CD, my only CD so far. I want to do some more recording, by the way. If there are any recording artists out there and studio people who want to support the projects, contact me.
City a call, city a call, my call, Satana call mudet, waheguru, Sat city, city a call, city a call. Mahakal, Satana, Makal Mudet, Waheguru, Sat City, City Call, City Call, Mahakal. Mahakal Satana Makal Mudet Waheguru Sat City City Call City Call Mahakal Satana Waheguru, 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 City of call, city of call, Mahakal, Satana, Makal Murit, Waheguru, Sat City, city of call, city of call. Mahakal, Mahakal, Satana, Makal, Waheguru, Sat City,
Sing along.
City of call,
City of call.
city of call,
Mahakal.
Mahakal,
Mahakal.
Mahakal, Satana,
Kal Murit.
Makal Murit,
Vaheguru.
Waheguru,
Vaheguru.
Waheguru, Waheguru, Waheguru.
Smile when you sing. Okay.
Waheguru,
Smile in your heart, your tiny heart. Let that smile radiate throughout your whole being. Andrew Frost on guitar. Tell you the story of this CD recording.
That city, city of call, city of call, Mahakal, Mahakal, Satana, Makal Murit, Waheguru, Sat City, city of call, city of call, Mahakal, Mahakal, Satana, Makal Murit, Waheguru, Sat City, city of call, city of call, Mahakal, Mahakal, Satana, Makal Murit, Waheguru.
Caroline Colonna on the flute. Guillaume Deschamps, violin.
Never born, we never die. We are deathless, eternal beings.
Let's hear it for the Hari Ram Kirtan experience. Thank you. I might be a little biased, but this is one of my favorite albums of all time. What do you think? Whoa! Woo! Thank you. If you're interested in purchasing MP3 or the whole album, let me know. Send me a line. All and any support we can get here at the UFO Love Spreaker podcast station is very much appreciated. And of course, I would like to do some more recordings. It's one of my. I've been talking about this now for years. I only have the one CD, and now, since then I've been accumulating so much original music, songs, and mantra music. I could easily produce 10 CDs. You know what I'm saying? So, if you want to support that cause in any way, drop me a line. Even just in prayer, okay? Prayer is good support. Then we have the spoken word, right? I'll get some water here. I'm a little bit dehydrated, and I won't tell you why. For those of you who heard the earlier recording from today, and those of you who may want to tune in, I'll give you a little secret, okay? It's towards the end of the podcast from earlier today. It's some toilet humor, right? It's worth it just for that. Well, the spoken word and there's bacteria. Where should we begin? I feel like sharing some spoken word first. Maybe we'll get to the gut flora. All right, it's an important topic for sure. Here we go. This piece is called "Growing in the Knowing." Here we go. I'm growing in the knowing that life is bestowing me with greatness. This is a prayer. All of my spoken word pieces are prayer. Take it on as your own. Try it on for size and see if it fits, okay? I'm growing in the knowing that life is bestowing me with greatness. I can taste the sweetness of this moment. Growing in the knowing that life is bestowing me with greatness. I can taste the sweetness of this challenge, and I'm rising to the stage. Yes, my acceptance speech is written. Nothing's getting in the way. This is my judgment day. I stand in the groove. The goddess makes me groove. And I'm forgetting the lines, okay? That's okay. Maybe it's not meant to be. Let's talk about gut bacteria for now, and maybe it'll come back to me, right? Okay, so I might have to look it up. I've done this piece so many times, it's funny. Maybe a little bit of stage fright, who knows? Stage fright is an interesting phenomenon, right? They say for the average humanoid, public speaking is in the top 3 fears. Are there anyone out there who agree with this? I know what that's like. I've tasted the whole extreme, the full spectrum of fear and confidence, performing and speaking in front of an audience. It's quite amazing to taste the entire spectrum. So anyone out there who wants to overcome and confront this fear, if it is a stumbling block for you, again, contact me. I know the whole spectrum inside out. And I can tell you that it's way more fun being in that confident side of the scale. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. I'm going to give it another shot anyway, because I love sharing spoken word. And I'll try just to improvise if I get stuck again, okay? Here we go. It's called Growing in the Knowing. I'm growing in the knowing that life is bestowing me with greatness. I can taste the sweetness of this challenge, and I'm rising to the stage. My acceptance speech is written. Nothing's getting in the way. This is my judgment day. The love I feel is real. It holds me in the groove. I channel goddess mind. Oh yes, she makes me move. A chugging and a strutting, anticipating the sensation. Sacred spinning divination. Blood-soaked sweat, some fear obliteration. Come on. Come and grow in the knowing. Let life bestow joy everlasting, sliding through to you. The you never knew, only in your dreams, they said, or when ganja shrooms filled your head. Do you remember? Burning embers, smoldering fear, only to be lost when the poison wore off. Well, I'm here to tell you that it's all within you. It's all within you. I'm the green man. I'll whack your backside to make you understand. Your forgetting is upsetting me. So stand up now and drop your misery. Get up now, right now, and drop that misery. I'm telling you. I am the green man. Slap your backside and found that newfound pride. And I forgot my lines again. Oh, wow. So we can talk about gut bacteria if you like, okay? You'll come back to me. Because I've got a number of spoken word pieces. This and other pieces that I know by heart. I composed over 11, 12 years ago now. Performed them many times. Some of them, there's crossover between the Fire King, Growing in the Knowing, the Green Man. They all overlap to some degree. So we'll come back to it. Gut bacteria. Okay. I'm not going to get into a lot of science about it right now, because I prefer to look at it from the shamanic, esoteric perspective, if you know what I mean. But here's the basic scientific fact. You can disagree, agree. That's okay. Right? It's like we said already, laying down the foundation. Let's agree to disagree. We don't have to agree on everything. All right? Please. In my book, in North America, probably applies to Western Europe too, things are pretty messed up. You know what I'm saying? Especially here in North America, especially in the U.S. of ours. That, a relatively healthy individual, humanoid, from the perspective of the gastrointestinal tract, the GI tract, their gut health, has a balance, something like this. 2/3 so which is 66.7777%. Healthy bacteria, healthy flora. And 1/3, 33.33333%, pathogenic bacteria. The parasites that we spoke about, those lovely amoeba and worms and so on, flukes. And this is important balance. This is a minimum, really, right, for gut health. We have at least 66.7777% healthy bacteria. In other words, they're outnumbering the unhealthy bacteria 2-1. The unhealthy bacteria cannot multiply, they cannot occupy. They're cooked like dinner, right? Unfortunately, here comes the not so good news. In North America, and I think this is a conservative estimate, that the average humanoid in North America is exactly the opposite. Sorry to be the harbinger of good news, because it's all good. We need to confront the truth, right? Suck, man. The average humanoid in North America has approximately 33.33333% healthy bacteria and 66.77777% pathogenic invaders. Yes. It sounds kind of, keep a sense of humor. Like I said earlier, if we can see these pathogens, these bacteria, viruses, fungi, as benign, even, to see them as aliens who have lost their way, perhaps. They're just doing what they do, what they know how to do. They're survivors. They've got that survival instinct, right, which we have to appreciate, I think. I do. That might be the first step before saying goodbye. Get out of here. You're toast. Okay. And if you read the post that I posted, you'll get some good information there, some good recommendations how to reverse this, how to flip it from 1/3 to back to 2/3, and even more than 2/3. Of course, that's the minimum, 2/3. A lot of cravings, sugar cravings especially, have to do with an overpopulation of yeast. Candida is very common, other pathogens who live and thrive on sugars, carbohydrates. I'm not a subscriber of this, eliminate all carbohydrates from one's diet. Forget that. Come on. Got to enjoy life, the sweetness of life. Sometimes we need to take some time off the Candida diet. Okay. And rebalance. So one thing I love about one of many things I love about the Chinese system, the 5-element theory, how it recognizes the 5 tastes. All the senses are mapped out in this 5-element, including the tastes, 5-element theory. So we have sweet, salty, and bitter, sour, hot, spicy. Right? And we need a balance of all these 5. Of course, what we see in the West, especially in North America, is a total imbalance, right, where sweet and salty are ruling the roost. So no wonder that we've got everything upside down, backwards, inside out. So we need to rebalance and to acquire or reacquire taste for all 5 main flavors, right? Bitter has its place. Bitter is beautiful, right? And sour. And we can mix these flavors too. We don't have to just have one in a particular meal. Like sweet and sour, classic example from Chinese cooking. Sour, some good examples, of course, yogurt, kefir. What else? I'm stumbling here. Sauerkraut. Because I wanted to mention sauerkraut right off the bat. One of the most bountiful, healthy, inexpensive foods. Talk about food as medicine, and yummy too. You can make it yummy, sauerkraut. Check out, call me if you need to, or just go onto YouTube. There's all kinds of videos on how to make sauerkraut the right way. Live bacteria. You can can it, preserve it. You can make it in big batches. One of the best and most inexpensive foods on the planet. Retrieval too, which is, and Wigmore and others work to promote the juice of sauerkraut, mainly cabbage, but you can use other root veggies as well. The juice from the fermented cabbage, one of the best foods on the planet. Can also do it with wheat berries too, fermented wheat berries. All right. Anyhow, how are we doing? So lullaby. This is a lullaby session. Okay, let me just see if I can get back and finish that piece without going to my notes, because I don't know where they are. So where were we? Growing in the knowing. My acceptance speech is written. Nothing's getting in the way. This is my judgment day. This is for you, all of you. The love I feel is real. It holds me in the groove. I channel goddess mind. Oh yes, she makes me move. A chugging and a strutting, anticipating the sensation. Sacred spinning divination. Blood-soaked sweat. Some fear, obliteration. Come on. Come and grow in the knowing. Let life bestow joy everlasting, sliding through to you. The you never knew. Only in your dreams, they said, or when ganja shrooms filled your head. Do you remember? The awesome power, burning embers, smoldering fear, only to be lost when the poison wore off. Well, I'm here to tell you that it's all within you. I am the green man. I'll whack your backside to make you understand. You're upsetting, your forgetting is upsetting me. So stand up now or drown in misery. The time has come to come undone. Better now than tomorrow. Tomorrow is a broken promise. It doesn't exist. If you want to pass the test, you must resist and stand up and say, I won't be a slave anymore. Say it. I won't be a slave anymore. Those days of hesitancy have reached their life expectancy. My liberation dance is in final rehearsal. The opening is sold out. The whole universe is ready to shout, bravo, open the door, encore, open the door, we will follow. You are the resurrection of our sweet tomorrow. Growing and knowing. We're growing and knowing. Sing with me, please. Growing and knowing. We're growing and knowing. Tap on your body. Growing and knowing. On your chest, your belly. Growing and knowing on your head. Growing and knowing. Woo-hoo. We're growing. We're going to do this beatbox. Here we go. Growing and knowing. We're growing and knowing. Woo-hoo. Growing. Okay, we're growing and knowing. Growing and knowing. Red Fox, come on in. Growing in Elizabeth, I'm coming home. We're growing in the knowing. Woo-hoo. We're growing in the knowing that life is bestowing us with peace. Truth releases us from the past. So cast your lies into the bin and welcome in the new paradigm. Growing in the knowing. We're growing in the knowing. Growing in the knowing. Growing in the knowing. We're growing in the knowing. Woo-hoo. Just checked out the time. It's 12:13. Cool numbers, though. Okay, is anybody still listening? I don't know. I'm singing to myself. Well, the good news is all of these pieces are archived automatically on Spreaker. And especially good news if some people go back and listen to them. So maybe I'll tune off now, because I see there's not receiving much feedback at the moment. So I'll just go cry in my pillow. And thank you all for listening. Thanks to Spreaker and the mystery and majesty of all the elements and combinations and permutations that brought me here to you with this technology. Let's give it up for the binary system, for all the elements, thunder, lightning, Thor and Odin. And I'll finish with a song, another lullaby. Guide your way. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way. Guide your way, guide your way. For those of you listening or tuning in later on the archives, bring your hands together to the heart for long Satnam. So Receive a deep inhale, hold the breath. Feel the light, within the light of awareness, pure awareness, truth, grace flowing through every cell of your being, including, yes, the unhealthy bacteria. Light and love transforming every cell of your being, awareness, body, mind, consciousness into joy, peace, laughter, life, love, exuberance, enthusiasm, la joie de vivre, Vaheguru, exhale Satnam, blessed be, Om Mani Padme Hum. Until we meet again, this is UFO Love signing out. Bon voyage.